English with Deck. Even when you're speaking your native language, there's days where you just can't get your words out. And I'm sure many of you would have noticed that with me. You know, I work using my voice and I work using my native language so much throughout my day. Yet occasionally, you end up mincing your words or maybe stumbling and tripping over your own words. And that's a normal thing to do. It happens, you know? But you throw in some lovely tongue twisters, and it gets all the more interesting. Oh, yes, it does. Hey guys, it's Deck here from Deck English with another episode of English with Deck. Let's go. Now, tongue twisters are phrases that are difficult to say because they repeat similar sounds again and again and again. They are silly, but they are actually useful for pronunciation because they train your mouth to move quickly and clearly, between sounds. So let's start with that famous one. She sells she there you go. She sells seashells by the seashore. So this one is great for practicing the s sound and the sh sound. She sells uses the clear s sound. Seashells and seashore uses both the s and the sh sound. So your mouth sort of has to switch carefully. So let's try it slowly together. She sells seashells by the seashore. And a little faster. She sells seashells by the seashore. And a little faster. She sells seashells by the seashore. And a little faster. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Ho, 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 ho. Okay. Now, another classic one is Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. And this one is great for the p sound. So your lips have to close and open again and again. P, 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 p. So Peter Piper pickled peppers. It's also good for rhythm, because the sentence almost sounds like a drum beat. Let's do it again. Peter Piper picked a pickled pepper. Oh my gosh, there we go. Stumbled and tripped. Okay, let's go. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Let's go. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Ah, there you go. So it's kind of fun, you can make it fun. Okay, now another one which is quite interesting, especially for Japanese speakers, would be red lorry, yellow lorry. So this one practices the R sound R and the L sound L. Okay, and by the way, just for any of you guys who are a little unsure here, lorry is the British English word for truck. We don't say truck, we say lorry. Okay. Okay, so back to red lorry, yellow lorry. The hard part, I'd say, is going from red to lorry and then from yellow to lorry. So, you're going red lorry. So it's like R to L. And then you go from yellow to lorry. So, yellow. Okay, let's go again. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Now faster. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Faster. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Let's go. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow. Blah, blah, blah. And if you say it fast enough, sorry, as you heard, it easily becomes pretty messy. Okay, this next one, which I chose, it's a very short one. And you'll often hear it before people go on stage. Simply because it really exercises the whole mouth. You have to sort of move all of your mouth and really get your tongue relaxed to do this one. So this one is very common, let's say, if you're going to do a talk show or whatever. And that is unique New York. So this one is the y, n, and k sounds. Okay, so it sounds easy, it looks easy, but when you repeat it, your mouth gets a bit confused. So let's go slowly and we'll increase the speed. Okay, so imagine we're going on stage, we're trying to psych ourselves up, like whoosh, 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 whoosh. Get that energy going. So, and then get your mouth moving. So you're unique New York. Oh my gosh. Unique New York, 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 unique New York. Okay, now you get the idea. Okay, for this next one, I really want to sort of level up here. And I'm just going to explain what one of these words is. Okay, so thistle. Has anyone heard of this word before? Thistle. A thistle is a really prickly, spiky plant which has very spiny leaves and I believe usually, if not always, maybe I think they have a few colours, but usually yes, purple or pink or white. Yes, flower heads. And please excuse my pronunciation here. It's been a while since I've needed to say this word, but I believe if you want to use their technical names, they belong to the Asteraceae family. So they're usually recognised as weeds, but they do serve as vital ecological assets and they're really useful for pollination. Okay, if you're not sure what pollination is, just imagine bees taking something from a plant and moving it somewhere else, and that is essentially pollination in its simplest form. So thistles are really spiky, they hurt when you pick them up, plant, and they're usually seen as a weed, so most people don't want them in their gardens so much, or at least on a large scale. Anyway, back to where we were. 6 thick thistle sticks, and this one's horrible in a good way because it's the s, the th, and the st sound. So 6 is a s, thick, and thistle uses the th, and sticks ends with x. Okay, so your tongue has to move from behind your teeth to the top of your mouth very quickly. So let's go together. 6 thistle. 6. Oh my gosh. 6 thick thistle sticks. 6 thick thistle sticks. 6. This was tricky actually. 6 thick thistle sticks. 6 thick thistle sticks. Okay. Another one which I found, another short one. It's pretty good because it's the th, the fr, and the sh sounds. So it's fresh fried fish, fresh fried fish, fresh fried fish. Of course, fresh ends with a sh, fried begins with a th, and fish begins with a th, and ends with the sh. So let's try to say it really fast. 3, 2, 1. Fresh fried fish. Fresh fried fish. Fresh fried fish. Oh my gosh, I really hope no one can hear me. Outside, someone who's not aware of the podcast. Okay, so we're getting there now, and let's go for another one. This one. This is a brilliant one, okay, because it's the the th, the f, and the r sounds. 3 free throws. Okay, so you've got 3 like the number, free as in no cost, and throws as in to throw something. 3 free throws. 3 free throws. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Three foes. Three foes. Okay. Now we're getting into the complicated word territory now. So we're definitely leveling up. And before I go into this one, I will explain one word. Okay, benevolent. Okay, benevolent. Has anyone heard of this before? Benevolent. Great word. Really fun to say. Benevolent. Basically, it means kind and generous, expressing goodwill, having a desire to do good. So, benevolent. Okay. And the tongue twister is 11 benevolent elephants. So this one is the L, the V, and the N sound. And 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. Yes, this one is interesting because it's not the speed which is the issue here. Because the words do kind of just roll naturally into one another. It's the control. Because you've got the V in 11 and benevolent, and the L, and then the L sounds all throughout the sentence. So it's a good one for catching careful pronunciation and really sort of focusing on that. So let's try together. So we'll go slowly and we'll start, and then we'll go faster. 11 benevolent elephants. 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 Okay. Nice. There you go. Okay. Now, this last one today is really... actually, let's do two more. I've got a list here, and there's actually a lot. Okay. I'm going to quickly go through the rest of this list. I wasn't going to, but they're quite fun, actually. No, I've already started it. Okay. So, Betty Botter bought some butter. So, Betty Botter bought some butter. So, this one you've got the B and the T and some short vowel sounds. So, Betty Botter bought butter bitter. Okay. I think I missed out the word bitter before. Okay. There we go. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. There we go. That's the full one. That's the B and the T sound. And then another classic would be how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? That's the what, the ch, and the cut sound. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would woodchuck chuck if woodchuck could chuck wood? That's brilliant. Okay. This one's a fun one. The sixth sick. 1 second. The sixth sick shakes six sheep's sixth. Wait 1 second. The sixth sick shakes sixth sheep's sick. That one's difficult. Okay, I need a cup of tea for this one. 1 second. Let me try again. Sorry, I was just picking some litter up off the floor. Where were we? The sixth sick shakes six sheep's. No, that's not right. The sixth sick shakes six. No, the sixth sick shakes six. The sixth sick shakes six. No, oh my gosh, this is really tough actually. 1 second. The sixth sick shakes six sheep's sick. Okay, let's try a bit faster. The sixth sick shakes six sheep's sick. I don't like that one. If you get that one right first time, or even in the first 10 times, I will give you a cup of tea. Made by yours truly. Okay, and I think this one's a great one to finish on today. Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches? Oh my gosh, my pronunciation went all over the place there. So this is the W, the R, the Ch, and the S sound. Okay. Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches? Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches? There we go. Okay, very good. Now, guys, just remember, whether it's an easier one like she sells on the seashore, or maybe a medium one like red lorry, yellow lorry, or even, one second, I need to read that again, a difficult one like the sixth sick shakes, sixth sheep's sick. Say each one slowly first, and then go a bit faster, and then go in at a high speed. And the goal isn't to be perfect. I mean, it's fun, and if you can be perfect, all the more credit to you. But the goal here is to train your mouth, notice the sounds, and have a bit of fun. Because if when your mouth decides to give up halfway through, you know, it's not failure. It just means you need a good tongue twister to help you get the job done. And guys, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a review, a bit of a star rating, share these episodes or the whole series as a general podcast to your friends, family, co-workers, whoever, wherever. Just spread the word, guys. Let's get this algorithm kicking off. English doesn't have to be difficult, and that's the message I want to spread. You guys know this, and let's not gatekeep this concept. Let's spread it to the world, okay? So, guys, one more time, English doesn't have to be difficult. See you in the next one.